Hello all, it's Quick Five again, and today we are going to continue the topic of different types of nutrition in plants. If you haven't watched our video playlist about the nutrition in plants, so I have uploaded it in the end of the video. You can go watch it there from there. As I said, I'll be uploading a complete different total good video on Rhizobium. It is a vast topic and it will continue to expand more and more. It is only for grade 7, so we are going to focus on grade 7. What is Rhizobium? Now, before coming on what is Rhizobium, let us understand what do plants eat. Now, it must be a silly question, what do plants eat? Everyone knows plants eat everyone knows plants eat starch. Their food is starch. Now, how do they make it? They do it through photosynthesis using sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide and convert it into glucose and oxygen. The oxygen is then released, excess oxygen, and some is used for respiration. That is okay. Now comes the biggest part. Now comes the biggest part. The glucose left is because starch is made up of many glucose particles, many glucose substances, we can say, many glucose molecules. To be in the scientific term, it is made up of many glucose molecules, and glucose molecules make starch. And when we convert it, why do we need nitrogen? First of all, because plants also have a balanced diet, like we have protein, carbohydrates, fat, everything. They also have the same thing. Now, not some plants, all plants need proteins. And if they don't have nitrogen, now it'll cause a problem. It will like reduce the growth of the plant. And how do we make protein? Proteins are made, it's basically a small formula. I've made it. Starch plus amino acids. Starch plus nitrates make amino acids, and many amino acids make up proteins. Proteins are very important. And now, where to get the nitrogen from? Nitrates from. Nitrates are smaller compounds of nitrogen. Where do we get the nitrates from? Everyone would think we'll get it from the soil, but what if there's no nitrates in the soil? Good question. This time, insectivorous plants, their role comes in, but sometimes when we grow the plant, so we give them nitrogen. If we go for economic way, like if we go in economic way, plants need proteins, and leguminous plants have a symbiotic relationship. You must have seen in the earlier video. If not, then please go watch it. In the symbiotic relationship, Rhizobium bacteria is present in the root nodules of leguminous plants. And Rhizobium bacteria, it converts atmospheric nitrogen into nitrates. Plants cannot absorb atmospheric nitrogen. They need nitrates. Nitrates are smaller compounds of nitrogen. Now, it's a good question actually. Why do farmers grow a leguminous crop between two main crops? So that it can reduce the cost of buying fertilizers? Yes, that is the correct answer. And also because Rhizobium gives nitrogen and blah, 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 blah. So now I'm going to explain that. It is very important. Symbiotic association or Rhizobium is very important. And why do they put the leguminous plants between two main crops? Is because leguminous plants have a symbiotic association with Rhizobium. So Rhizobium will make the nitrates and will provide it to all, and will of course release it in the soil from where the roots will absorb it. After the Rhizobium making the nitrogen, the plants remove the leguminous plants and add the new one, fresh one, the good crops, which have high profit. It can be regular wheat, it can be anything. Now, I'm not into that depth about what they put, but it can be anything. Now, so when they put it, their cost of buying the fertilizers, adding extra artificial nitrates, decreases. Therefore, Rhizobium is very important. And yeah, a small concept. It's a vast one. I'm going to summarize what we all did today. It's confusing, I know it. Plants, why means, what is Rhizobium? Rhizobium is a bacteria which converts atmospheric nitrogen into nitrates. Then why is rhizobium helpful? And what is it an example of? Rhizobium is helpful, as I said, because farmers and everyone, because it converts atmospheric nitrogen to normal nitrates, which can be absorbed by the plants, and farmers because it cuts their fertilizer cost. Now I will be doing another video, but before that, let's see the diagram. Let's not jump the gun. So please ignore this thing. Please ignore this chemical things. N2 plus H8 by C. Please ignore this. And also ignore the infection. This is a leguminous plant. This is a leguminous plant. You can see its root. Can you see this roots? It has a smaller swollen part, the red part. In that, rhizobium bacteria is present. It takes in the atmospheric nitrogen and it releases the atmospheric nitrates. So rhizobium is present in this swollen part. This swollen part of the leguminous plants, rhizobium is present. Thank you all. I'm going to end this session quite early today. I'm not sure whether it's going to be a 5 minutes video. So if you have any queries, suggestions, please mail it on quick5ytb@gmail.com. It'll be a good thing to see what you have doubt in, where you have doubt in. So the next video I make can be on one of your doubts. Please be sure to mail if you have any doubts or any suggestions, which you see many people struggling with. Thank you, everyone. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon so that you can be updated with our videos, which are very interesting, I think so. Please make sure to comment about how these videos are. And the next video is going to be about exciting activities or maybe about the question and answers with the answers so that it can help you in your studies and your exams. Make sure to enjoy this video and happy learning. Thank you.